Carolina, he has certainly solidified the position in the goal for Johns Hopkins.
Set for the face-off, the 15th Doyle-Smith Cup now underway, and Virginia controlling it immediately on the run. Lasalla shot just a little bit off the mark, and a quick start for Virginia. Schellenberger gives Virginia the initial advantage, and the face-off one for UVA once again, as here's Lasalla on the move.
You know, the one thing that Lasalla does so well is he wins so many face-offs clean going toward his offensive end and puts a lot of pressure on the defense because it becomes
upping his own totals. He's right there at the top of the Virginia stat sheet. As you said, so much attention given to the combo of Schellenberger and Moore.
I will tell you the toughest shot to stop is one with the defenseman with the long pole.
Second year's initial goal of
really has in the times that Hopkins has had possessions, they've had two 80-second violations, and right now face-offs are 6-0 in favor of Virginia, and of course up, and he's willing to make the next pass to get his team a goal.
Well, 5 on the year alongside 1 assist for Will Corey, and that number 5 in operation once again gives Virginia a 5-0 lead. It won't stay that way very long, and the Who's now build it to 6-0 Virginia with a goal from Petey Lasalla right off the face-off.
Well, he wins the face-off, and instead of maybe heading to the box and getting an offensive player on, as often happens, he stays on and he scores a goal off a cut. So instead of just kind of carrying and shooting, he stays in the play and he gets an assisted goal right there. You can see a nice scoop coming off the wing from Grayson Saladay, one of the co-captains.
Just what we talked about earlier from Lasalla with a head of steam. He saw Corey score that 5th, decided he wants to stay right there even on the stat sheet as well.
And Virginia now, they will use Gable Braun who is their second face-off man, came out of St. Mary's with some outstanding credentials. So depth at the face-off X is really crucial. So many games have sometimes 20. You can see, a nice scoop coming off the wing from Grayson Saladay, one of the co-captains.
Just what we talked. As a result, Angela's picking up what for him is number 6 on the season. What for his team is that breakthrough goal after Virginia started the contest on a 6-0 run.
And Hopkins with their first face-off win. So, again, if you're going to get back in the game, that's how you have to do it.
Berger doubles up his goal total on the day, and as you can see, for a time in a small sample size, he's already made sure more than once he found pay dirt. In moments like this, it's now 7-1. Virginia reestablishes the 6-goal advantage as he has another of the multi-goal games, joining Schellenberger in that category for UVA here in the first half.
An adjustment at the X for Coach Milliman. He's gone ahead and decided to play the long stick, bringing in Blake Rogers.
This 15th annual Doyle-Smith Cup game, and you want to stick around at the half. We're about 14 seconds away from it. We're going to take a look back at the life and legacy of Doyle-Smith and why this game bears his hat trick here, Coach. It was what Virginia hoped it would be that first half.
Well, you talk about Virginia and balance. Schellenberger with 3 goals, but they're distributed among a number of players. And, the Doyle-Smith statistics don't lie in terms of the dominance of Virginia, certainly at the X. Doyle always said that ground balls were the most important statistic in the game. Virginia having an advantage by 10 of 21-11. A number of those, of course, resulting from the face-off wins. But I think the game has really been determined by the accuracy of shooting. Hopkins has had, 17 shots, and unfortunately,
Johns Hopkins, who's in command. This has been the area, one of the strength areas, as we expected coming in. Virginia having won 11 of the 13 face-offs to this point, but a scramble for it. One of the more competitive of the face-offs we've seen.
Coach Milliman has challenged his team after the first half, and so they came out and got an early goal. But again, I expect Hopkins to maybe be more midfield-oriented on offense. And again, 2 face-off wins right in a row. That's really important for Hopkins, and unfortunately, they get the draw but are not able to win the ground ball. And so opportunities for Virginia that Hopkins has not been able to really get set in their defense, and when they have played settled defense, they've done very well, but not able to turn that first goal into a second opportunity.
And those normally at the top of the stat sheet for Virginia, right there being as advertised in this one. Think about the trio of goals for
a different release point. So, that's the way Cormier gets most of his goals. They come off assists rather than individual play.
And no, these numbers are not miscues.
Coach Tiffany said we can't not play him. He just worked so hard. He's been such an improvement.
Corey, along with, as we said, Cormier, who now has the 4, Schellenberger with 3. Dixon has scored today. Kastner involved. Lasalla, you saw that goal as a part of the halftime package that he put together. And as we talk Cormier again, end up surrendering possession work done by Jarodsky to pick that up. Kind of becomes the catalyst for that 3rd goal. Here's another face-off victory for Johns Hopkins.
But playing with Connor Schellenberger in the offense of Virginia runs, he has become much more active inside, and that's a perfect example of the chemistry that Connor Schellenberger and Matt Moore has. He scores a goal, off the crease. And again, both of them then add to their point total. So I think now Matt Moore has picked up 4 more points in his pursuit of being the all-time leading scorer in Virginia lacrosse history. But that's what a finisher does. They wait, no wasted motion, catch and finish.
Those numbers, something else. I mean, 17.
Great look right there by Joey Epstein.
5 contests, and there it is. Able, you said, to give that
George Fulton, so you don't have Case Halstead in, who is actually the quarterback. According to Matthew Nunes, coach has said, he wants him to concentrate on making saves, and he lets the defense do the communication. And without Case Halstead, now you need, a second defenseman to be the defensive quarterback. Little stick fake, making the goalie make the first move on the shooter and finishing.
Cormier sneaks his 6th goal of the day by inside the final 10 seconds. And Virginia, with 1 second remaining, able to add another. UVA taking the closing 8 or 10 seconds of the 3rd quarter, parlaying it into a couple of goals.
Well, Gable Braun, who is not really with a backup face-off man, because again, he's certainly capable. Recognizing, he faces off. Probably they're thinking they're just going to have a face-off to end the quarter, and he wins it forward and is able to score a goal. You can see that a rare opportunity for Gable Braun to get a goal.
Just enough time for him to work
outside the sport when he graduated from Virginia, and also is someone who missed very few Virginia games during his lifetime. It's great that Coach Tiffany that your backup goalie is such an important position.
And if you're wondering how the day ends for Nunes, the freshman,
minutes to play, so let's produce. And again, for Epstein and DeSimone and Degnans, this is an opportunity for them to get some points and get back in the game.
Yeah, and you're looking at that duo, Epstein, as we said, getting a little more involved in recent moments, and now DeSimone picking up his 8
from his teammates. But again, you need those students who have been with the program to set the tone for the younger guys. And Gable Braun has certainly had a nice second half, giving Petey Lasalla a break.
Well,
he showed up well today. And now the face-offs, we talked about the big disparity, and now it's up to 15 to 13.
15-13, absolutely.
They are willing to drive down for Baltimore and be there to support the Blue Jays.
Well, seniors on each side in this 4th quarter picking up their first goals of the year, and yeah, you can.
An energetic and focused Hopkins team playing back at home against Syracuse. Again, both those teams are coming off some losses, and to get in the tournament, you need signature wins. So for Hopkins, I think their Jacksonville win is important, but outside of conference, you need to get those wins and.